Good morning. Good morning. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. What's good in the hood? All right. We just had the NAACP ceremony. It was the 53rd anniversary. Um, you know, uh, like I would like to be going to some of these award shows of that nature, like uh what is that? Kathy Hughes station, TV1 has honors awards, and it was being filmed and held at the what was that? The Lincoln Theater. Um, is it the Lincoln Theater? Okay, but now it's at the MGM. Now they hold it at the MGM, and what make me mad about it, they don't announce it to the public until it's getting ready to air. So you got to be in the fold to know when they going to do the the whole ceremony and having the guests, all the celebs come in and whatnot. You know, so if you're not in the fold, you're not knowing about what's going on until you see it on TV. And I feel that's very disrespectful because you in my backyard, I should know about this award show, and therefore, if I can afford a ticket and if I'm able to buy me a tux or rent a tux to attend and be able to, be in the house for this nice event. I mean, I should be able to be there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, uh, they fill the room with the celebs, and then they don't want the fans there. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. Um, I know the Lincoln Theater is kind of small, so I can see that. I was at the Lincoln Theater when am I I'm trying to see if I'm calling that theater right. The one, I think it is the Lincoln Theater. Yeah, right around the corner from the National Theater. If you know what I'm talking about, uh, right there on the corner where Donnie Simpson had his retirement celebration at. I was there at that. They advertised that. I was all the way in the back, but it wasn't a bad view because up top it is like a slant, a level, whereas though you could look at the stage and it was the best seat in the house, as far as I'm concerned, even though you up top in the back. Me and my wife went to see Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we sat in them same seats up top. And the closer you are to the rail, you got the best seats up top. Just like if you at the Apollo and you sitting on the side up top, you see the whole stage and the whole venue. But I think I'm getting the wrong theater. I'm naming the wrong theater, I think. It is the Lincoln Theater, okay, because it's a full theater by the FBI building, and the Lincoln Theater is right around the corner from uh, 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 the National Theater. Okay, I haven't been in a while, so my burns are off. So, but I want to congratulate all the winners of the NAACP awards, which is a Black culture award show that focus on us, by us, some FUBU stuff, for us, by us. And so with the Oscars, the Grammys, and the Golden Globe and whatever else awards, when they miss you know, when they miss who needs to be recognized of the black culture, you better bet the NCAACP award will be recognizing and acknowledging the work that one is doing that is selling millions of tickets for the movies or millions of records being sold or streamed. You know, they gonna give you your props. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So with that being said, I'll be pulling from that pedigree when I talk about uh people that's been awarded for their art and their work, and you know uh you know mainstream try to overlook them and play them. Like for instance, Jenniffer Huson didn't even get a nomination from what I heard. I listened to the Frank Ski radio station in the evening, him and Nina Brown. And uh, you see, Jenniffer Huson did the life story of Aretha Franklin, and she got her blessing to emulate her in this movie. And I need to see it myself because it was a rave. They were raving about it before it came out, and she got entertainer of the year because of that movie. Now, maybe they snubbed her because she has an Oscar already, because she already has a Grammy already. And then if you notice, Jennifer Hudson got the Grammy and the Oscar at one time. I don't even know who does that or who have done that before in my lifetime. For Dream Girl, she played that role, with Jamie Foxx, Beyonce, Eddie Murphy. That was an awesome movie, blockbuster. That movie reminded me of uh, uh, when Boomerang came out, which was a star-studded movie with everybody in there. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Robin Givens, Tommy Davis, and just a slew of people up in that joint, man. And you know, uh, you know, so that's what that movie felt like to me. Dreamgirls, when I seen that like three times. Jamie Foxx was the villain in it. John Lithgow was in that. It was just awesome all the way across the board. And I love star-studded movies like that, like Black Panther was star-studded. So it's evident that black culture will come out to the movies, but it need to be substantial, and it need to be a good and great movie, not just putting the stars in there and thinking that, hey, it's gonna sell because you put the marquee people in there, and so the movie and the script has to be substantial, and then you gotta have the right mix of actors that complement each other, and that's the formula for a great movie. So I think every few years you really get a blockbuster with everybody in it, and I just named the three: Black Panther, Boomerang, Dream Girls. You know what I'm saying? And and these legendary, iconic movies uh that they call cult movies, culture movies. Um, so congratulations to Jennifer Hudson for Entertainer of the Year, and along with Anthony uh, uh, Anderson, uh, he been the host for like the last 5 years, and so you know, him and I think his mother hosted the award show this year, so he getting his mother some money. That's great in itself. And I know he had like a game show that he had his mom's on being a regular, and instead of saying Anthony, she called him Antony. You know, and they from Compton, California. But Anthony Anderson went to Howard University, so that's why anybody that attends any university or spend time in DC, I feel like as the DMV, we should embrace these individuals that put time in our town. Like, did you know Kanye West's dad lived in Silver Spring? You know what I'm saying? And I want to say he was a relationship Baptist therapist. I think that's how he described it. So he was like a counselor or therapist for relationships. So I'm thinking he worked for some kind of religious, like a church organization or a church, and he was the therapist, counselor, family matter counselor. So yeah, Taraji Henson went to Howard, lived in Southeast. My cousin is in the yearbook with her. And what was funny was she wrote in the book, "I'm going to Hollywood to be a successful actress," and damn if she didn't do it. So, and did you know she is the great great granddaughter of Matthew Henson, the first uh, person or African American person that explored the North Pole. I think it was something to that degree. So yeah, so she come from a great lineage. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get that word. All right, y'all see the drip, man. I pulled the Nats gear out. The champion Nats of 2018. You see the drip, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was at the All-Star game when it came in 2019. We entertained the was it 2019 or 17? It might have been 2017 when we it was 2019 or 2017 when we held the All-Star game here. And that was special in itself because at the convention center, they had all the memorabilia there, and uh, everything baseball. And then they had, which was cool, uh, they had an area of where each team has a minor league team, and they was displaying them. And I didn't know we got about five minor league teams in this area of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I know the Bowie Bay Sox, and then in Waldorf they got a team. I want to say the Waldorf Crabs. I'm saying it wrong, but it's something to that degree. But those that know me, they know that I do have love for baseball because being cut from the basketball team because I had asthma, I went over and played baseball for DC Public Schools back in the day, and my homeroom teacher was the coach. So, um, we went to two chips back to back, and we lost because we was playing ringers dudes that should have been in college, is still, playing on the high school and middle school level, and it was like a high schooler playing uh grade school kids. So that was the advanced skills that these guys had, and they was like, and this was Fletcher Johnson back in the day, you know. We saw them in the championship both years. We didn't even play them jokers during the regular season, but they was whipping everybody, and so was our team, and I think the second season we went undefeated. And see, I forgot about that. In the first season, we lost two or three games, and both times we saw them jokers in the chip, and and they like just dust us off because I mean, if you go by today's standards, where they really check your age and they being a stickler to keeping everything fair, we should have won both of them chips because them jokers had guys that was too old to play, but wasn't nobody checking like that to make sure it was fair like it should have been. So I'm salty about that to this day. Not that I'm gonna go and protest about it, but so anyway, I should have me two trophies sitting in my trophy case that says winner and not runner up. And then we'll make it so bad they'll pacify you and give you the biggest trophy. Our runner up trophy set off the ground, and the winner trophy, was like a regular size trophy. So I'm like, so when we brought the trophies back to the school, everybody was happy and cheering for us, and they were like, "Hey, y'all won!" Like, nah, we lost. They were like, "But y'all got the big trophy." Yeah, second place. But I say that to say we won the division both times to get to the chip, and I tell people, to get to the division and win it to get to the chip. A lot of people, a lot of athletes compete and they don't get to nothing. So, on a championship level, they don't win no divisions. They don't even get to the chip. So, with that being said, I created Team Chamberlain Champions, and I salute everybody that's won a chip or been in a chip. It could be a division situation or the championship situation itself. And because I discounted what I did great in my life early on because we didn't win the big one. But it brought them stories out of me when my nephews and my son started competing and they were losing. So trying to pep talk them and keep their spirits up, it just made me dig down and I had to give them my story so it could resonate with them, and I'm like, look, y'all got a lot of more years to go, and eventually my son and my nephews became champions. My son, 14U with football, they won the chip, went undefeated. Then him and the team got invited to the Orlando AAU championship tournaments invitation, and they got blew out, but it was awesome, to get, it was like going to a Pro Bowl situation. You know what I'm saying? They won their championship, which was their Super Bowl. Then they went to the Pro Bowl. It was set up Man, I love how today's sports just make it so real for you at an early age to give you a taste of what could be down the line. And then, like my son now, he not playing in college. He's in college studying music, So he not playing sports. So if you don't go on to play sports on the next level, at least you can relish in what you did great in your life. Like my nephews, championship football player and basketball player at HD Woodson High School. One played basketball, one played football. Well, my oldest nephew played basketball and football, and they got to the chip and lost, but he played football also and won the DCIAA championship for public schools, and they won the Turkey Bowl. So you know, so me prep talking and giving them real stories on how when you competing and you lose, you got to come back with more fire and more determination. That's what I see them do over the time, their hunger for the game. And then I was talking to the team too, like, look, over the summer, train hard and come out and smell blood when you get on that field or when you get on that court. And it resonated. Motivational speaking and upliftment actually works for those that want it. If you just out there to be cool and all this, and that for the wrong reasons, you're not feeling them stories. Like I was saying about when my baseball coach who played in the Negro Baseball League, I forget his name. I knew his name, Mr. Edwards, or something like that to that degree. He had the pork chop beard back in the day, smoking the stogie. That stuff used to stink too. And so one day we in practice, we on the field. We taking a break. So he's the assistant coach, and so his job is to whatever the coach missing, he's supposed to see it and chime in and you know, uh, you know, make his mark far as okay, I supposed to be your eyes and ears, and what you don't see and hear, I need to see it and hear it. So anyway, we taking a break, we drinking water and cooling down because we training and it's hot. It's in the summertime over the summer, and or maybe the weekend, but it's around May, so it's hot. School not out yet. So he come over say, how many of you guys support your proteins? You know, and he was like, I forget where he was going with it, but the bottom line was he was saying you guys need to respect that your classmates, they follow you to all your games, your away games. They come out, they buy tickets, and they fill the stadium or the stands up to watch y'all play, and that's your support group. That's your motivation right there. When you see your coworkers, no, not coworkers, your classmates, and they cheering you on. He was making the point that your pro teams need that same kind of love. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so long story short, I took that to heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say, and I told this story before. it's because I was a Dallas fan at one time, until I got that speech from Coach. And I tell people, I named that speech the player, the coach to player, the coach to player speech, about supporting your pro teams because you want your classmates to support you. The same love they show you, you need to show that to the pro teams. So therefore, I I measured that speech to, like I'm trying to say is, people from here like other teams, but you from here, no matter who it is. Like I like the Dallas. My uncle loved Dallas, and he liked the star on the helmet. So did I. But once I got that speech, I was like, I can't root for Dallas no more because I live in DC. So the Skins need to be my team. And anything Washington, DC need to be my team. I can't support, well, if you can, if you do, and you can't support a secondary team, but your primary need to be, where you from and where you represent, because that team is out there playing for you, representing you as the fan of that area. You know what I'm saying? That's your team. So therefore, whether they side or they winning, you need to support them. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that as an athlete coming from my coach. And I tell people that root for other teams that's not from here. I was like, did you play sports? You know, because usually somebody that plays sports and gave their heart and their soul to the sport, whatever it is, they love their home team. So if you somebody that love another team, but you from here and it's not your secondary team, you ain't play no sports. You ain't play no sports. Cause you would have got that speech or similar, something similar. You know what I'm saying? So it don't resonate with you to support your home teams, whether they losing or winning. That's how I can remain a Redskin fan with all the L's that they take. Because, I rock with them through thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? The Washington football team, the Commanders, they all three to me when I refer to the Skins. So they not one name to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put an acronym to it. What is it? SWC. So when you hear me say SWC, that's the Redskins, Washington football team, the Commanders. Okay? I'm gonna make a hat I'm gonna make a hat with that acronym on there, SWC. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with the colors, you know, and I'm gonna have all three logos on there. So yeah, that so so but my nephews, they went on to be champions in their career playing sports on the high school level, the AAU level, and it was great to witness that, them being at their best at early in their life, because being a winner young and early, you take that posture into your life, into the real world of occupation and being a man or a woman in general, you just walk with a swag to your step because you're confident. When you're a winner, you're confident, and you're a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been to the top of the mountain. And a lot of people, they compete a whole lifetime or in their time of competing, and they don't see no situation like that. So that's something special that you've done in your life. And instead of locking it away and forgetting about it because you ain't go on to be a pro player, or you got to the chip and you lost, you got there. You did something big. And to get to a chip, you had to win a division championship game. So therefore you're a winner. You're a winner of something. Because if you lost the division, you wouldn't have got to the chip. So I won two division games, big championship games. You know what I'm saying? And we got to the chip. Even though we lost, I still claim to be a champion because I am. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, folks that was feeling like me, locking their greatness away and never talking about it because you didn't reach the echelon of it or complete the deal. You were there. So therefore you could talk about it, you could relish in it, and you get your props about it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's what Team Chamberlain's Champions is about. Honor yourself for being great at the end of the day. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. So look, this big day, the streets finest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check out for the day. And congratulations to all the NAACP winners of their awards for their art and their contributions to the culture. Signing off. Peace. Like, share, and subscribe. And, I appreciate everybody. Let's get it. Peace.